It is a rainy day here in Missouri. Weather this time of the year is really freaking weird. It is, well, as I'm filming this, it's November 20th. I'll be posting this on tomorrow, so on Friday. But yeah, Friday. Oh no, I forgot to take the trash to the road. Great. In our house, we call that a blue job, pink job. That's what I'm learning. And I was thinking about this morning, and I know this week I've really kept the focus on carbs. And one of the tough things I would say for anybody starting out on their journey, and if I think back even on mine, this is something I struggled with a lot and have now been able to overcome. But looking at things as far as like good food, what's bad food, there's just a lot of labels that are slapped on things when it comes to foods. And now here's the thing. There are foods that are good and not so good. I will say that because it's really easy to just be like, oh, well, donuts are bad food and oats are a great food. Okay, yes, no. Because with just the society that we live in, we're not going to be getting away from processed foods or anything like that. We live in a fast-paced, convenient lifestyle, so it's really just not going to happen. Therefore, we can't necessarily look at food as good or bad, especially early on with our journey, because then that just complicates things so much. Because for me, and basically everybody else that I know, when it comes to things early on starting out, you have to keep it simple. At the start, things will not be optimal. The goal is just lock in protein, calories, hit things consistently, don't overcomplicate it. Like, all I really focused on nailing down, just tracking my food, getting it down. That was really it. Nothing more than that. If I had tried to do more, I wouldn't have been able to stick with it. Like, I think back to when I first started tracking macros, and if someone would have told me, well, this food's bad, you can't have this, that food's bad, you can't have that, oh, you should eat this. Well, it was already hard for me to hit my freaking protein. It would have been even harder if someone would have told me all that. So I actually think it's a benefit for me early on in my journey to really not have someone being like, this is good. And thankfully I wasn't a lot on social, so I just wasn't inundated with a lot of that stuff. And when I was younger, like, soy was still, yes, it was a thing, but it was just starting to catch wind and become even more popular. Now it's just everywhere. It's just full blown. So when it comes down to what are good carbs, what are bad carbs? Well, really the short answer is, like, if we were to classify what a good carb is, it'd be a complex carbohydrate. And this is just my opinion. That's gonna break down slower. So I'm talking like rice, sweet potatoes. It's a complex carbohydrate. And I'll drop a link below in the comments and in the description so you can just have a list of complex carbohydrates. And as you're down there, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It'd mean the world to me. But when it comes to the complex carbohydrates, they just break down a lot slower. They're going to keep you fuller. They're probably going to have fiber, which means that's going to be beneficial for your gut health and just promote better overall health. But then also, fiber, like I talked about, it can help you lose weight from the standpoint of, well, you just have to think about it. If it's slowing, not stopping your digestion, but if it's slowing it down, well, then the cool thing is that's going to mean you're going to stay fuller for longer when you're losing weight and you're a caloric deficit. I struggle with being hungry. Other people are going to struggle with hungry. You're in a caloric deficit. It's just how it is. So that's where, if you have that fiber, it will help to keep you fuller and keep you from like snacking and different things like that. Because look, the truth is, when I am wanting to go and eat something, we'll jump to sweets. I love candy bars, ice cream, anything sweet, I'm in. And especially if it's ice cream. Don't get me started on ice cream, because I will eat anybody under the table on ice cream. Now, I don't even remember where I was going with that. Oh yeah, it will keep you fuller, so then keep you from jumping and eating all those sweet treats. Agree. Like, think it's a good thing to include sweet treats every once in a while. Complex carbohydrates I'd classify more as good. And then if I'm gonna toss something on as like so to speak, well, it would be something like, I don't freaking know, like candy that's high in carbs, like clusters, and eating sugary foods and stuff like that. Those are technically long-term, you could say, bad because they just don't have fiber really, or you're just going to get hungry a lot quicker, so you're going to go back and eat more of it, so it's calorically dense. You're just going to take in more calories, and therefore it's harder to lose weight. So it's just not a good thing. So that's why I would classify those things as good or bad. But here is the thing. At the start, I don't know what this person is doing driving here, but at the start, don't freaking worry about it, because the main thing to focus on is just tracking your food, hit your protein and your calories. Don't get bent out of shape on whether food is good or bad at the start. Later on in your journey, if you want to start to optimize stuff and really look at it, cool, great, do it. That's fine. Then you can do it. To start, really don't freaking worry about that, because it just doesn't make sense. It's not going to set yourself up for success. Simple. That is the goal that I even have right now, because look, a lot of the stuff I eat, it's truly not optimal. If I'm going through what I eat in a day, which is pretty straightforward, I usually have some protein coffee maybe in the morning, or my post-workout shake, Formula 1 and Ignition. Then from there, I'm going to have a protein bar stick. And then from there, I'll have my lunch, which is like rice, chicken, black beans, corn, seasoned very well. It's phenomenal. Then I'll have my overnight oats, which is oats, raspberries, chocolate chips. I do a scoop of salted peanut butter Formula 1, and there's some Fairlife mixed in there. Then after that, it's really a toss-up. Like last night, it was a wrap with turkey burger and some Swiss cheese on it that my wife made, and it was phenomenal. And that was my whole day of eating right there. So again, if you look at it, is it good? Yeah, absolutely. Is it the best? Not really. And people out there that probably, like if you look at it, there's really no veggies in there whatsoever. So that's why that's where supplements can come in for me personally, where I can take things like a multivitamin to help plug my vitamin and mineral gap, because if you're not eating a whole lot of fruits and veggies, that's another thing you don't see in their fruits. Well, it just means you'll have a vitamin and mineral gap, which is not a good thing. But when it comes to all this, don't look at carbs as either good or bad at the start. Just figure out how you can hit your protein and calories. Really calculate your overall macros. I'll link that video here in the comments below as well, so that you can take some time and watch it, because I walk through how to calculate your macros so that you can start to track and set yourself up for success. But yeah, that's what I got for y'all. But if y'all have questions on this, as far as like questions on carbs, drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. I need to maybe shoot me an email. You can shoot me an email. I actually gave my number out to one person, so I really don't care. My goal here is to just help you out and continue to share the things that have really helped me on my journey, and honestly still help me on my journey. And none of us are really perfect, because we're always going to be working to optimize things and make it better and better. That's where it's like you get to a certain point where you feel really good about stuff. So other than that, y'all have a great day. Make it a good day. And I'll see y'all soon.